It's bedtime, buddy. Come on now. It's time to go to sleep. Would you like me to read you a story? Okay then, go pick your favorite book out, go in the bedroom, get under the covers, and I'll be right in to read to you. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a wee little leprechaun. His name was Lucky. Lucky the leprechaun. You never get tired of hearing about old Lucky the leprechaun, do you? It's a good story and all. And you know, I would love to read you Lucky the leprechaun one more time. But I was thinking, it's about time I tell you about a real little boy leprechaun I happen to know. A little boy leprechaun named Buckles. Have you ever seen a leprechaun? Probably not. That's why I'm going to tell you this story, because I've seen one. I was sitting in my kitchen all by myself, sitting at my great-great-great-grandmother's long wooden table, finishing my dinner. That's when I saw him. He was walking on the table, hoping maybe I wouldn't notice him. He had his back turned to me. This little fella was standing right next to the salt shaker and looked to be only a little bit taller than that salt shaker was. At first, like I said, I just saw the back of him. I saw the back of his little green hat. I saw the back of his little brown suede pants. I saw the back of his little black shoes. Suddenly, he turned his head around and looked right at me. When I saw his face, I could hardly believe it. He was just a little boy with dark brown eyes and light brown skin. He wore a little green jacket. Underneath the jacket, I could see a red shirt with ruffles all over it, a kind of shirt that people used to wear a long, long time ago. And the buttons on his shirt were made out of wood, and each wooden button was painted a different color. His brown suede pants had leather laces along the side. And on his head was a bright green hat, the very same kind of hat that Lucky the leprechaun wears. That's right, with a green four-leaf clover right in the middle. The most interesting thing to me was that this little leprechaun boy wore the shiniest silver buckles on his shoes that I had ever seen. I looked at his happy little face, and I looked at his funny bright green hat, and I looked at his old-fashioned shoes with the shiny silver buckles on them, and didn't say a word. I didn't want to scare the little fella, so I sat perfectly still in my chair, in my kitchen, at the long wooden kitchen table, very, very quietly. I could hardly believe what I was seeing, and I started thinking to myself, I'm looking at a little boy leprechaun, and you know, I didn't think I was crazy or anything. I knew what I saw, and I believed what I saw. It was simply amazing. I stared down at him with a big smile on my face, and he stared up at me with a big smile and a twinkle in his eye, like he just discovered something new and wonderful. We looked at each other for what seemed like a very long time, not moving at all. I didn't even want to blink my eyes, because if I did, I was afraid he'd disappear. Then he took one step backward, then another step, then another step. I didn't want him to leave, but I didn't know what I could do to stop him. I didn't even know what language he spoke. I just said the first thing that came into my mind. I said, "Hey, Buckles, where are you going?" And that's what really started this whole story that I'm about to tell you. He stopped, turned back around, and with a surprised look on his face said, "Hey, how did you know my name is Buckles?"